Wagwan sports friends, welcome back to another very special episode. I'm Joe Meyer,
I am Rush.
and this is This or That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting, and riveting sports topics, discussions, and debates on the internet.
Yes, people, but before we get into today's show, don't forget to like this one. Leave a comment under the video and subscribe to this or that Sports TV. Please do one more thing for us, though.
Share the video to at least 10 people, but ensure to get us 6 subscribers. Because if each and every one of you guys can manage to do that, do you know how many subscribers I'll get us by the end of the day, people?
Holy. People, we have a very good show lined up for you guys. We have a packed show. We have a couple things to talk about. And of course, we have to talk about the big man, the man that, seem to be all over YouTube right now. Dujuan Richards is a big deal. We have to talk about it. A little, back and forth to the YouTubers and the Phoenix camp going on. I'll touch on it a little bit. We're not going to in-depth, people. They never keeping up with the reggae boys and girls, because right now, the reggae girls are the darling of Jamaican football, back-to-back World Cups, and we have to give them some highlight on the show. So, yeah, good show, bro, line up here. Excited for today?
Yeah. As I said, there's a lot to come back, a lot to talk about, a lot to take on. Some very exciting stuff. I can't wait to get right into it.
All right, people. First segment of Studio Talk after this. All right, Dujuan Richards is in England, isn't it? He's on a trial, he's on an academy trial with Newcastle United, bro. Big deal. Big deal. First of all, how you feel about this move? And Craig Butler actually pulling something out. A lot of people question that he's full if he can actually get these players' contracts, get them seen. And it's a good move, isn't it?
I don't see what reason anybody would have to doubt Craig Butler about his prowess as it relates to getting people into various opportunities. No, whether or not the players get these contracts, whether or not the players get incorporated and integrated into these clubs, solely incumbent on the player, their quality, and the way how they show themselves under given situation or performance. But I can tell you that we've seen him take his boys to Real Sociedad. We've seen them wearing Real Sociedad gear. We've seen them training with Real Sociedad. We've seen him take his boys all over Europe to play against the biggest teams in Europe. And we've seen, Leon Bailey and Kyle Butler sign professional contracts and make actual real money out of football. So we've seen him put them in positions. I don't see any reason why anybody would doubt his ability to get them into these places. So at no point in time did I ever doubt Craig Butler's ability to get these players into these places. The only thing, that I would not even doubt, the only thing that I would just have concern about, that, or I would be apprehensive about, is these players' ability to then close the deals or close the opportunities that they get. And I don't think that's on Craig Butler. But as it relates to getting these players, exposing them, and to network, to find good positions for them to lay, I think Craig Butler is one of the best at that in the country for sure.
Yeah, in fact, I think he's probably the best. Like putting the opportunity in front of them, as I said. Them taking opportunities up, and that's on them. But putting them there in the position, man, we have to give him some props. And like him or hate him, man, the guy does his job well. He gets them friendlies, he gets scouts in the country to look at them, does his job well. So big up to the Phoenix Academy camp, bro. Let's speak for a second on what does this mean, and if it works, how far can we struggle? Because we were having this conversation after here, but let's get the people engaged in this one and see what they have to say. If this works, say we get an academic contract from Newcastle. He's a professional footballer out the gate. We know that already. He might go be playing football somewhere in Europe. Whether I work in England or not, once he get an academic contract, I think he's good enough to be a professional footballer once he get this contract. How far then can he go?
First and foremost, let me say this. Regardless of whether or not Dujuan gets this contract, I think he will be a professional footballer. And I think he will ply his trade in Europe. So I don't think being a professional footballer is predicated on him signing this contract. Let me get that out of the way first. But him signing an academy contract in a Premier League team, becoming a Premier League homegrown talent, that would mean so much for his career. that would be absolutely massive for his career. That could differentiate between him playing in, let's say, Belgium and Norway, or him playing in Germany or Spain. I think it's that massive. If he successfully makes his way into this academy and then goes forth and passes out of this academy, becomes a part of the Newcastle senior team, I can easily see him being loaned out to a League One or a League Two team. I can definitely see him showing his prowess in one of those leagues and solidifying his spot in a championship team, or in a lower Premier League team. Newcastle at this point in time are a massive team. And if Dujuan Richards manages to break into this Newcastle first team and is playing first team minutes in this Newcastle team, then I can definitively say that Dujuan Richards is that guy to be starting up front for the regular ones. I'm not saying he will break into this Newcastle first team, but I do believe if he's successful in these academy trials, it will open so many doors for him, and I can definitely see him playing a long career in England for sure.
Also, the kid get this academic contract. Call him the next window, bro. Call him the next window. And many even say it, halfway this time or on the fence. Sometimes if he's left out, I would say fine. Now if he's left out, me I say, well, we are clearly he's messed up. What are we doing?
Remember my point about Jamar Clark and Connor Clark and those and Scarlett and Lanvasaka, those guys who are actively in senior professional setups and academy professional setups in the top clubs in Europe, which is why I would opt to go with them over Dujuan, because they've been proven at the academy level. But if Whisper then makes it into this Newcastle academy, then there's nothing that you can tell me to say Jamar Clark is better than him or Lambasaka. If Whisper makes it in this academy right now and starts scoring goals in this academy, then there's nothing you can tell me about any JPL player. There's nothing you can tell me about any other player. Dujuan Richards should get a call up into the squad. 100%.
Yeah. And the thing is, we've seen Jamaicans. Yeah, and the thing is, we've seen Jamaicans move to Europe. We see it at senior level. But how hard it is to get an academic contract, man, this is a big deal. Even to get a trial and to get a look in is a big deal. Because we were speaking, and the thing is, usually we have players that are good players, but they are not good enough to get an academic contract, in England. Yes, they are 80. Let's say a Tyreek Zimenez, or let's say, those players of that ilk. They are good players. Obviously, clubs are interested in them. But are we going to waste an academic contract on him? He's 17, coming on 18. But is he good enough for us to spend this 10 million thing to get him in? No, he's clearly not. Is he even good enough for us to sign him in our first team? Probably not. But he's just young enough, or almost there, where we can get him in the academy. But not worth it. And this is how hard it is. So it make it even more special that Whisper get this contract, because it's not an easy thing, and we don't see. This is probably a precedent that is being set. I don't think I've seen any Jamaican footballer lead straight out of Jamaica and walk in an English academy if he secures the contract. Can you think of anyone that has done it at this level?
I can't think of anyone that has walked into an academy, but I can think of one that has walked straight into first team football.
First team, yeah, we have footballers that walk into first team football from Jamaica.
Which is more impressive than an academy contract. By way more impressive than
easily.
So I can't say the concept of leaving high school and walking straight into an English setup is unprecedented, but it's very, very rare. And if Dujuan Richards do it, he'd be one of the very, very few to have done it. A handful of players that you can count on your hand. And then, as I said, Ricardo Gardner didn't walk in a Premier League setup, so that's another thing. He was with Bolton in the lower leagues, he saw Bolton up to the Premier League, so on and so forth. So if Dujuan Richards manages to secure this would be a massive deal. Massive deal. Even if he doesn't pass out into Newcastle first team, which I don't think he will. I don't think there's a spot for him in that first team. I don't necessarily think he's that good. But oh my goodness, I would love to be proven wrong. But I definitely do think that he's good enough to play academy football at the English level, and definitely good enough to play. I'd like to see. But based on what I saw of Jamar Clark, and based on what I've seen of Dujuan Richards, is there much of a disparity between what they are and what they can do?
No.
I think they're very similar players and on a very similar level. So if Dujuan Richards can make it into this academy, which I really, really hope he does, it would be a big thing for Jamaica, a big thing for him, a big thing for Craig Butler and his program.
Yeah. A couple days ago, last week, it came out the coach of the academy, the under 21, did an interview and they asked him about Whisper coming in to do the trials, and he said that he has no clue of this. Then there was a storm in Jamaica. A lot of people saying Whisper is already in England. What is going on? We hear of the trials now. The coach saying him no, which trials we are talking about. And this kind of caused a bit of eruption between the Phoenix camp and the media, untraditional media, that is the YouTubers. Have you seen this stir up?
Me personally, I don't pay much attention to stuff of this nature. I try to keep myself grounded and I try to focus on the football. So the tabloid nature and the paparazzi business is not something that I tend to do. Obviously, my job requires it, and as such, sometimes I have to dabble in it. But I kind of stay far from it. So I'm not abreast on the whole situation. However, what I can tell you is that handling youth is very sensitive, and as such, probably the coach was bounded by by labor laws or contractual obligations, so on and so forth, to not necessarily speak on this until all bases were covered. And I think hindsight, that's clearly what happened. That's why I decided at Sports TV, hearing about this information, we sat back and we waited before we made any comment. Because we know that this is a very sensitive matter. And as I said, Craig Butler has given us no reason to not believe that he has a child with a club if he says he has a child with the club, because we've seen Craig Butler get them into situations before. Craig Butler never said him I could sign a contract with Newcastle. That's not what was said. Him say him earn himself a child at Newcastle.
In fact, he never even said Newcastle. The initial interview, he was very cryptic. He said he's going to a trial in one of the top 5 clubs in England. That's what he said. But obviously people piece it together and figure out that it's Newcastle, and they didn't deny it. And then they did a live exposing that it is Newcastle. Kyle and Whisper, they were at Newcastle. So we figure it out. They get me a but at the same time, they were very careful in their words. And so they didn't want to blow it up to be what it's not. In fact, I saw where Craig Butler said last night that the whole media storm speaking about the Whisper situation before it was done could have lost the kid the opportunity.
Yeah.
He said that. And so that's the unfortunate thing that we have to deal with when we're talking about, footballers under 18 years old. The paperwork that goes into this and the confidentiality that goes into signing a contract like this, the clauses, the guarantees. When you say to a club that, hey, I will not speak about this until we speak about it. I will not, post anything about it until we post something about it. Then you have to be careful.
It can go beyond publication. Like when you're dealing with children, labor laws come into play.
Yeah, legal matter.
Yeah, so even beyond publication, obviously we know that these clubs are very peculiar with their publications, and they want to publish it first and have have the rights to broadcast it first, so on and so forth. Beyond that, when dealing with a kid, when dealing with a child, there are legal aspects of it that have to be considered, and I think this more so than the publication aspect of it might be what was the big inhibiting factor for it being more public than it was. Me hearing all of this, I just waited and I sat and I looked, because, as I said, Mr. Butler never give a reason to doubt that he has the ability to get them high stakes opportunities, because we see time and time again. So I just watched and I waited. And eventually it came to fruition that he is indeed at St. James's Park. He's indeed there in the Newcastle kit doing Newcastle stuff. And I'm just so proud of the kid. I'm so proud of the Phoenix Academy for what they have done. In spite differences that people might have with the academy, it's all about youth and it's all about Jamaican football at the end of the day. So when good are going, like I said.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Jamaican football, Jamaicans. I can't say you get an opportunity like this and not love it. I'm so proud, bro. When I hear about him getting an opportunity like this, I just want him to take it. One of the proudest moments of me on a weekend is when I'm watching Premier League football and I see either Ethan Pinnock, Bobby Reed, Leon Bailey, Mikel Antonio, and I see that Jamaica flag they come up, bro. When I check the stats and I look and I see Shaman Nicholas scored that day, which I'm going to talk about, and I say, all right, they're saying Jamaican forward. Yeah, that makes me feel proud. So just a 17-year-old, also from Kingston College, my time, and when I get an opportunity like this, I have to be happy, man. And I hope the kid can take the opportunity, even if this is not the one. At least you know that he's getting the eyes. You know, and he was in England before. You know, he was performing. You know, when he was at Brook House, I think it is.
Yeah.
You know, so hopefully, you know, some more doors open up, even if this is not the one, and the kid can take the opportunity. So proud of Dujuan Richards. Must say big shout out to him, Father Other Richards. He's always there. He's always a man who's in and around it, in and around the kid. So big shout out to him. Big shout out to Kyle Butler, Craig Butler. In fact, we should be getting an update soon, people. Stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is what it is. Also, the Phoenix Academy is also in Europe. You know, and we heard about this a couple of weeks ago, and they're there. Again, speaks to, you know, Craig Butler being able to put opportunities in front of these kids. Yeah, this is their yearly tour that they're going to do. So let's see, you know, hopefully some contracts come out, some more academic interest come in. You know, this is what we want to see, people. So a good amount of players there that can actually pull interest. Speaking about a Daniel Mitchell or a Zane Pinnock or Denzel McKenzie. You know, good players. Repeat?
Hakeem Bernard,
good players. So looking out for some more news, but on Whisper, it's a big deal, and we want to see it continue this way. Is it? Anything more on this topic, bro, before we switch gears?
Yeah, talk about Kyle Butler just confirmed with me that we will be getting the interview very, very soon. You know, people, so stay tuned for that. That is something that will definitely be, and we'll be talking to Kyle Butler about the Dujuan Richards process. Who knows, he might even get for the kid himself. Apparently, you know, them just come back from training. You know, so Dujuan Richards is working hard in the Newcastle situation, and his handler, Kyle Butler, is up and down with him as well, just telling us that it was a hectic afternoon/evening, and as such, couldn't make it on today's episode of Studio Talks. So he sends his apologies, but will definitely be on the next one, you know, so people continue to look out for that. There's a hope Dujuan should continue to do the Dujuan Richards stuff, score some goals, work hard, kid. Run, you get me as a track back, tackle, and everything will go how it's supposed to go.
You know what I love about this opportunity? I feel like they're taking it well. You know, they went 1 week earlier than the trials. It started yesterday, on Monday. The trials started. They were there 1 week. They're getting acclimatized and training and getting used to the area, because anybody playing cold area know it's not easy at all. You know, so getting used to that atmosphere, getting used to the surface. You know, they're taking the opportunity well, and who knows, maybe Kyle Butler is the new face of Phoenix Academy. You know, is this the passing of the guard? You know, when Leon and Kyle, they were getting their opportunity, it was Craig Butler. He was the Phoenix representative. Now we're seeing Kyle Butler as the Phoenix representative. Is this the passing of the guard, bro? Is this what we want to see? Kyle Butler taking up the mantle?
As I said, 1-2 or not 1-2, I'm relatively indifferent. I just hope that Kyle Butler is as good as getting the kids into positions as his father was. And as long as they help Jamaica football, that's all I care about. Because I can tell you, bro. And are we going to talk about under 17 still? No? Are we?
We can touch on it, but that's for the next show.
Oh, all right, yeah. Because as I said, another Phoenix player absolutely making waves in that team, you know, Jamaican Bell. So as long as Craig Butler is continuing to pump out these boys and they can incorporate themselves in the national program, the best player in the senior team is a Phoenix player. I think the best player in our next under 20 setup will be a Phoenix. Not even I think. I can definitively say that Dujuan Richards will be the standout player in the next under 20 cycle. I can say that definitively, right? That's for certain. He'll be a 19-year-old in that cycle. And he'll be
I agree with you.
And best player in the under 17 setup. So also a Phoenix player. So that's not a mistake, you know, that's not a coincidence when you think about it. The number 10, Jamaican Bell, I think Whisper already 10 for the under 20s in the next campaign. And, you know, the number 7 in the senior team. They're all Phoenix players. Love it or hate it. You can't deny the facts that are right in front of you. And I think as long as I pump out these players and I provide them for the national program, then can't hate on it.
There we go. People, Studio Talk. Next segment, we'll be speaking some international football, some reggae boys, some reggae girls stuff. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Studio Talk, people. It's keeping up with the reggae boys and girls. You know, we have to speak about our girls making it to their second World Cup consecutively. This is second consecutive World Cup, and it's a big deal. This is history, bro. You know, I think not even I think they are. I will say they are most successful, football team, and the reggae girls, we love them. So I want to talk about them. You know, they have their tournament coming up in this month, but important news coming out of the camp that Khadija Shah will not be at this tournament, citing personal issues as the reason for pulling out.
And then scoring a hat trick right after breaking that news.
Yeah. Hopefully this is fake news. Hopefully this is rumors. Unfortunately, I don't think it is.
It's not a rumor. She won't be making the trip. That's not a rumor.
Unfortunately, I don't think it is. But we're talking about disappointed, bro. Disappointed.
Yeah, obviously you want Khadija Shah to play with the girls every single time. You want her to continue playing and continue scoring more goals and continue doing the ridiculous things that she's done. But you cannot my goat, 100%. But you cannot question Khadija Shah's commitment to the program. Because she's somebody that always comes. She's somebody that has played so many games for the country and has scored more goals than the amount of games that she's played for the country, which is absolutely absurd and ridiculous. So even if it's for no other reason but the fact that she just don't want to make that trip, I'm fine with it. And I'm not often fine with people citing personal reasons for missing out on international days. People already know.
I think you're going to beat her, man. Because you don't love the personal reason thing.
People already know how critical I am of these players when they cite personal reasons for missing out on international assignments. But I think if there's anybody who deserves a blight, Khadija Shah is definitely one of the very, very, very few people in the national setup that I won't be critical of in any way for whatever her reason is. Even if it's, I just can't manage to make this flight right now. Perfectly fine with me. Get a rest, girl, and continue scoring goals, and we'll definitely see her again in the future. She's earned her leave of absence.
Yeah, and importantly, she's our captain. So her commitment is not to be questioned. We are not here questioning her commitment. And the thing is, bro, we're humans. We're talking about, yes, they're footballers, but we're people. And we all have lives, bro. As we both know, things happen in our lives that, sometimes it just can't make certain engagement that you would want to make. Yeah. So cut her some slack. Obviously, the reggae girls team would need I think this will be the final preparation before the World Cup in the summer. I'm not sure if there's a window before the summer, but this is a big tournament. I wanted to see her there, and I wanted to see how the team is turning the corner and how they will look going into the World Cup. But one thing we can count on, a Khadija Shah goal. So I think she will be doing her part and doing her best. In fact, she's on tip-top form. Hopefully she continues this form and can see her pushing to the top 20 Ballon d'Or list. She's right there, bro. And as long as she continues this form,
20 Ballon d'Or list.
We said done.
Yeah. That's not what she's aiming for right now. Just continue scoring goals in England and see where the cookie crumbles. Who knows? You might be there in a nice sexy dress. And that day, sitting with the likes of Lionel Messi, who will be there again, the greatest player of all time, sitting beside the likes of a Kylian Mbappe, beside the likes of a Erling Haaland. They can make the trip to France together for that award, both from Manchester City. So all she has to do is continue scoring the goals, and she will definitely be there in the mix of things. As I said, there will be a window before the World Cup, and there will be more friendlies before the World Cup, and I assume that Jamaica will have an elongated camp right before the World Cup. So we'll definitely see Khadija Shah getting colours before they make the big trip down under. As I said, love to see her there. I'd love to see her make the trip. But if there's any player who deserves the opportunity to go simply because I'm just not feeling up to it, at this point it's Khadija Shah. And I have absolutely no issues with that whatsoever.
Yeah, we love Khadija Shah over here. And just to talk about the tournament a little bit, man, what I'm expecting from this tournament is just I want to see us be a little bit more dominant. It's going to be hard in this tournament because we're not playing against club teams. But I want to see us be a bit more dominant in our games. Too often I see the reggae girls just look like giving the team a chance that we're playing against. Especially those last two games against Paraguay, who's a good team, by the way. Just giving them a chance when we shouldn't give them a chance because we're supposed to be better than them. And I want to see them keep the ball a bit better, a bit higher up the pitch. Obviously, we don't have our goal scorer, so I want to see us score goals because we do have attacking threat. And I want to see Tiffany Cameron in this team. I don't know why she's not getting the call, but I want to see us be a bit more dominant in terms of our style of play. Still be fast, still get the ball up top quick, still use our wingers because Landers seem to be using the wingers a bit more than we used to use them before him. So keep doing that, but just our midfield. I just want our midfield to be a bit more dominant. Our backline is usually doing well. Our goalkeeper we know about Becky already. The back line is usually doing well, but the midfield and attacking line usually just don't connect the way I want them to connect. So I want to see a bit of dominance. What do you want to see in terms of play from the Reggae Girls?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm looking forward to Alison Swaby, who I assume will be leading the girls out on this tour. And I think
she's in PSG right now, so as I say, look at Peruvian, So
I think that's a big deal for her. I hope that she relishes the opportunity. I hope that she continues to lead as she does, but this time it will be from the front, being the captain of this team for this tour. I want to see her beside her sister and to see how well they can have that connection together. I just want to see chemistry continue to be developed. I still want to see the incorporation of these new faces. The likes of Drew Spence, who's been on tip-top form as well. Khadija Shah is not the only one there banging in goals in England. So I'd love to see Drew Spence come in and boss the midfield. The likes of Rachel Jones, who made her cameo in the first couple of games and definitely was a spark. As well as the other players who didn't really impress against Paraguay, the likes of Paige Bailey and such, and come and show and redeem themselves. I'd like to see the reintegration of our college players that back into the program after a hiatus because of college soccer and exams and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of things to look forward to within this tour besides a Khadija Shah. And I think this is the perfect time for Khadija Shah to just allow them to sort themselves out, because I know that I can just be interjected up front and I can play in any system and I can play any style of play and I can do anything that is required of me to do for this team, whether it is to drop deep, whether it is to play number 9, whether it is to drift wide, whether it is to step back in the midfield and control the game. Khadija Shah is capable of doing absolutely everything. So I think this is just about everybody else playing their game, developing their chemistry, and Khadija Shah will fit in like a glove in whichever position, wherever she's needed to fit in. And I think that's why it might be a plus that Khadija Shah will not be going on this tour. So many other
people. Positive to look out for, because she's always the star there. The fans there are always looking for Khadija Shah to do, her stuff. But I think taking away that star power from the team, we'll really get to focus on the football.
Yep.
And see what we're getting from the Reggae Girls, the real way. So hopefully we can kick into swing. Keeping up with Reggae boys and girls, so I have to keep pushing. Mason Greenwood, our Gensec, he was asked about the prospect of Mason Greenwood entering the Reggae boys setup. And what he said, he didn't shut it down. What he said was, selection is up to the coach. So he's just leaving that if Coach Alkins to pick him, then that's up to him. That's all he's saying. How do we feel, people? How do you guys feel about having Mason Greenwood representing the Reggae boys? Obviously, we stayed on the fence on this topic in the past. We're going to touch on it a little bit. Hopefully, we don't go too far with it. But let's talk about it, man. Mason Greenwood. Do we want Mason Greenwood in our... See where we're yellow right now, where we will go right now. Do we want Mason Greenwood down in new Adidas Reggae boys kit? How we feel?
First and foremost, Mason Greenwood might end up being an Adidas player because Nike said they want absolutely nothing to do with him. So that's the first and foremost thing that I'd have to mention.
It's a touchy topic, bro.
He was exonerated of all charges. I don't know, as Mr. Dennis Chung would say, it's up to Coach Algrimson to see what team he selects. A young player, made his mistakes in the past, but the victim come out and say she's not a victim. The court of law found him not guilty, and if that's the type of fun that he and his girlfriend wants to have in their private space, then who am I to judge? You get me? I said there might be things that I would do that other people wouldn't, that there might be things that other people do that I just wouldn't. So if it is in fact that Mason Greenwood did not do anything illegal, then, I don't know. As I said, if Algrimson feels it's appropriate to have him in his team, then which number you think he would wear?
11? No. Sorry. I take that back. Can't be Shamal Nicholson. I give him a big number, dog. I mean, I think him a walk in and just be
probably number 21.
I think him a come take over the team. Definitely not come take over the team. But as far as how I feel about this,
you can probably read number 8.
Yeah. Because the 8 no lock up. Normally Daniel Johnson 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no lock up, so who knows? Can get the 22 too.
No, can't get the man. If a one man I got another team there. If a one man I got travel with that Reggae Boys team, I promise you Devon Williams will never be left out of this Jamaica team. Mark my words.
Oh boy. The people want to be about this.
Devon Williams is going to be the next captain of the Reggae Boys.
Stop it. Right now, stop it. Chill out.
You want gamble?
I'm not going to bet on it.
I promise you that's what's going to happen.
That now. In fact, new coach, new system, new all of that. I don't think, I'm going to shut up.
Which team get called up since new coach come and speed in the night?
Huh. You mean an Argentina team?
Of course, Bretkin.
Rough.
Speedy can't get called up.
Eh?
Speedy can't get called up. And to be honest, the position that Devon Williams played is our weakest position. So that helps him. But
you know our midfield is weak at all levels, bro. The Jamaican midfield is just the weakest part of our teams. Every single team at every single level. I was watching the under 17 team. I say, what the midfield there? When I watch the under 20, I say, G's and P's, and the senior team. Oh my God.
Drew Spence a wicked girl still. And Havana Salone. And Marla Setman. So.
But even so, are the weakest part of the team. Our attacking line is bonkers. With defensive line,
Drew Spence is one of the top players in England right now.
Individually fine, bro. I not say that. When I talk about that team, you know what the forward line? You get me I say? Our forward line usually scores goal. That's fine. But back line, we don't really count.
You know why I have disagreed upon that one? Because besides Khadija Shah, there's nobody else as good as Drew Spence in the attack.
Yes, and I not say no.
So we have Swaby, we have Drew Spence, and we have Bunny. We have like 4 top class players all through the line of the field. Mm-hmm. So I would say Havana Salone has been one of our best players, and then we have the likes of we have the Channel Usher, so on and so forth.
Channel Usher, should I get selected in another window?
Yeah. So as I said, we have really solid midfielders in the Reggae Girls.
Which part of the weakest part of the Reggae Girls team?
Which part of the weakest part of the Reggae Girls team? Bro, wing back.
The defense, the attack are the midfield.
I think our midfield is pretty good.
Which part of the weakest part of the team?
Which part of the weakest part? That's an unfair in goal or goalkeeper. That's the weakest part of the team. That's an unfair question. I think we have a solid midfield for the girls. But now I'm going to diminish the midfield we have for the girls. So if you have to pick which one, I think defense is the weakest. Because we have one very, very good central defender. And then the rest of central defenders.
You know the Speedy never get called up for Argentina match?
Never will have those in that team. Or the 23 stay.
Careful now. The 23? Nicholson, Antonio, Bobby Reed, Johnson, Morrison, Bailey, Bell, Mariappa, Lowe, Brown, Blake, Jamal Lowe, Kaim Paris, Andre Gray, Dylan Barnes, Kemar Foster, Ramon Owen, Kevin Lambert.
Kemar Foster was a third string goalkeeper. Interesting.
Ricardo Thomas, Curtis Still, Jamal Topi, Jamali White. Speed and get called, Regine. Look on the Cameroon team. I look on the Cameroon team.
No, I don't think Speed did good.
Oh, no, he wouldn't get called for that.
No, wrong with that still. I don't mind that. But then I still see Ricardo Thomas and Kemar Foster. So, them man they get called up in our team. Speed if you're in our team still. Just a show
Lambert.
Yeah?
Lambert.
Bro, Lambert better than Speedy that.
Lambert better than Speedy?
Yeah, Lambert better than Speedy.
Yeah.
We pick Lambert over Speedy.
No.
Two of them are the same thing. Lambert better because Lambert can give more defensively.
Yeah, and Lambert younger. So you probably have to go with Lambert.
Lambert
hear me I say now. On this Greenwood thing, come on get people involved. Let me know. In the live chat and in the comment section. I want to feel about Mason Greenwood playing for Jamaica.
You
Personally,
never-
man, courts, the charges were dropped. Manchester United had to for them investigation. Where Jamaica stand, I don't think it will go over well with the supporters. We can't say that out the gate.
I don't think
Eh?
supporters will care.
What?
I don't think supporters will care.
I think they will. You know what? It could go either way still, because to be fair, we're not gonna call them, but we do have players in our team that have done questionable things in the past, you know. So where females are concerned and things. So, man, if just my gut feeling, I think it will go over well with the supporters. But listen, he's a young kid, bro. If this was a big grown man, we'd probably have less lenience, because normally I don't have patience with them things. But young youth making mistake. If you're gonna give me a second chance, I'm not going to be mad at it. You know, so as I say, if Algrimson give me a call up,
Bro,
I'm not gonna be mad at it.
some things regardless of age, I don't believe in a second chance. But some people bedroom different, bro.
That's true, but me I say the older I be, the less forgiving me I gonna be, bro.
No, but as
Normally, I'm not forgiving at all. But that, along with the fact saying young, along with the fact that charges were dropped, along with the fact that they seem to be together, like a lot of things just look like, yo, like and gay.
Exactly, so it's not a matter. Age now, all if somebody 31 and all of this come out and then it come out, say, this are just for them fun.
That still be less forgiving. But that still be less forgiving. You know, this can't be them fun.
If I them fun and them fun, bro.
This is not them fun, bro. Listen, when I get into the case or when I get into the specifics of it, but it's not a case where them say, oh, this is just how we play. That's not the case.
That's exactly what you're saying.
Bro, initially, that's not the case. You see me? And if I go into the specifics, bro, which I don't want to get into, this is a touchy matter. You see me? I say?
Say, bro.
Me I talk about witnesses, withdraw, all of them things they are going. And get me? I say, so the specifics of the case, bro, that are different something. The court of them thing, and I am no judge. I am not even no moral judge. You see me? But
I mean, you judge them morally, man.
hear me? I say, no, brethren, who am I? You get me? I say, people probably judge me. I say, listen to me now, brethren.
I'm not listening.
Me the over here, so I decide that Sports TV. I'm in a court. I'm not a judge. I'm in a up. We're not charges neither. You see me? So the youth making mistake, as I said, me hear your reasons. I agree with most with all of your reasons. But me I say, along with those, is a young you give him a second chance, fine. Along with the fact that everything else, me I say, they seem to be together, you know, the parents, whatever, all of that, fine. So if we call him, man, judge.
I don't think people them have no problem with it. Especially when them come on and bust it down the wing and cut in and kick it.
And one thing, man, once you start playing now, what have you done for me lately? Once him start scoring and thing, I think them time.
You see him get found guilty and then get 6 months probation, or charges get bumped to a misdemeanor, or something like that, then no. You get me? I say? No, because you still do what you do at the end of the day, get found guilty. But if people come out and say, yo, this is our fun, bro.
Not guilty, I mean innocent, you know?
Eh?
I said not guilty, I mean innocent, you know?
Not guilty, I mean innocent.
Just I tell you that.
I don't say no.
Alright.
But what you say?
Even though he wasn't, people, I'm not saying anything here, he wasn't found not guilty. The charges were dropped. You get me? I tell you, because of the example you make, like him, not guilty, I mean innocent.
Not that, yeah, but he never get found. But if I'm saying if he was found guilty, but him not in a prison time, so him get found guilty, him have 6 months probation. We don't say Man U drop him. We don't say a championship team are gonna take him up. He might be the best player in a championship and go and do him thing. That's probably go overseas and play.
And lower Premier League too. Everton need a baller.
Still one of the best players in the Premier League. Still one of the best young players. England now touch him because he just do 6 months probation, whatever. We don't want him neither.
But why England not touch him right now? And should that be the same reason why Jamaica don't touch him? Or maybe why the reason why England not touch him? I can't know.
As him not good enough play for England. He's not good enough play for England.
That's the only reason that.
I can get caught up in a foolishness and then charges dropping him right back in the England team. If France take up back Karim Benzema, anybody else can get take up back.
That still cut you.
And you know, so Karim Benzema had the audacity to say that Didier Deschamps should have kept him around. while he recovered, he would have been healthy to play in the semi-finals and finals, and as such, he's retiring from international football. Now you tell me, apparently Didier Deschamps was in buckle under the pressure. France not doing so well, them now get some results, and them have a World Cup for come win. Karim Benzema is the best forward in the world. How do you justify not calling it the best forward?
Alan Doe winner.
Yeah. So Didier Deschamps had to go, but Didier Deschamps was never ever truly in the favor of bringing back Benzema. As I will come to find out right now. So Benzema have a little teeny injury. Deschamps was like, yes, go home. Like him get the opportunity because he did not want to have this guy around. And I'm so happy everything worked out as it worked out. I told Rush and I told my friend Brandon that anyhow, them play that man for France again, France will never win the next thing again. Exactly. And so said, so done. But it's the same thing. So if Greenwood was Hurricane and Charles Joy dropped, I promise you, Greenwood would be right back in the flow. Messi Green is not good enough to play for England right now.
Yeah, but I think he's definitely good enough to play for Jamaica. And if Grim say yo forward Greenwood, then I say badness come down, bro. Greenwood. One more thing though in the keeping up segment. We have to talk about the new kids. Obviously we spoke about them and what we said, that's true. The kids that we spoke about last, they're actually the kids. So let's talk about them for a second. The whole kid.
People, not pink people. It was yellow. I was wearing my glasses. It was yellow.
No, it wasn't your best day. It wasn't your finest moment. It's fine. I never asked you right. It's cool.
Let me tell you, so the lighting in the studio was giving a bit of problems, and I started under my glasses, and I said it wasn't a great quality.
I'm living on the good studio, you know. Good studio.
The picture quality wasn't very good, you know. There were leaks, and there was a lot that went down. Whatever.
All right, home kid. How we feeling? Big man thing, bro. Love that shirt, yeah, but even I go around there. Love your shirt.
Oh yeah.
Love your shirt, dog. Need one of them. Need. JFF, I want to say, when you now drop a sale, what I do, you now make the people them feel good about themselves and buy some jersey. Yeah, man. Because right now, the jersey I need it from my back, bro. Yes, you realize how the tree stripe, like, it not stop at the edge of the shoulder, bro. It come off on the hand a little bit. Tough. Love it. What do you say about that shirt, yeah?
Absolutely amazing. It's the best shirt.
It's the best shirt.
Yeah, this is the best shirt ever.
The trim from the sleeve.
Dude, you know, so the trim already get me. Because the trim was only like the Romaya shirt. The trim are my favorite part. And the pinstripe. This is the best Reggae Boys kit ever. I see them up like in the Adidas store with the
yeah, master, make use the girls. The best, yeah. Reggae girls right now. Cause watch it now. The Reggae girls are rocking right now, you know.
Yeah, but they use for in the Adidas store, there were some jerseys being sold. Number 14s are being sold.
In the store.
Number 7s are being sold. And there were Bailey on top, and there were Reeds on top of the 14s. So it's safe to say that Bobby Reed is number 14 now. Because they literally sell number 14 shirts with Reed on it. Like, I saw that. You get me, I say? And I think if it's two players that you can safely print a number and a name and try to sell, it's Bobby Reed and Leon Bailey. Because those two players have to be in the team every single time. And
it was a UK release, so
yeah.
Are the two best Jamaicans right now in England. So
yeah, and two of the best Jamaican players, period. Hands down. So I think those are safe numbers to go ahead and print. I think those are numbers that you will see every single trip. You know, the font of the numbers and the names on the back, Adidas have to do better than that. Them don't look good at all. Them don't look good at all. And I was hoping when you showed me like the customizable situation, I was hoping that was just for the sake of the customer, but I think that's how the actual shirts are going to be printed as well.
You think so?
I'm gonna tell you some. See the shirt them are selling at the Adidas store. They're actually hung up like Bailey shirts and Bobby Reed shirts were actually in the Adidas store at the release where people could have buy number 7 shirts. Actually on sale, and them did look exactly the way how you did send me your customizable one did look.
Yeah.
That's exactly how them did look. So Bobby Reed own was 14 and Leon Bailey own was 7. Those are the only two that I saw being sold. I never saw any other ones.
Yeah.
You know, Them could have put a 10 on Ravel Morrison. Oh God, man, them could have put a Morrison on a 10.
I wonder how the goalkeeper kit have a look.
Bro, that's what I've been here wondering, bro. I've been here just anxious, just
You
desperate.
know we go with the pink and the purple. I wonder the design. If we have like similar design but just different colors. Or like just a total different design.
I think Adidas are going to do something different. I think Adidas are give a generic goalkeeper this jersey design. Probably like, you know, what we've seen. We see the Argentina.
What we see with the club them, you know. What we see with the club like the Arsenal and the Bayern Munich and the Man U. Like the goalkeeper jersey is a total different design. You get me, I say? From the
Yeah, I think them just go give us a generic Argentina.
cheese stripe.
A generic Adidas goalkeeper shirt. You know, so we might see resemble ones that we see in England or that we see with other international teams. But as I said, that's something I'm curious to see. But as it relates to these shirts, you know, the font, the font of the numbers and the names of the players have to be better. But the shirt itself, so good. Such a good shirt. It's my favorite shirt.
Yeah, I like it. I don't want to see, you know, I like the shorts, but I feel like yellow shorts with a shutter.
Yellow shorts would have been nicer.
Yeah, shorts would have been nicer, but I like the green pop. It get a little vibe. I like it. Black shorts obviously traditionally we go with black shorts, but it seems like Adidas are do away with that right now. No, I already know you're not a big fan of that, but I feel like the yellow shorts. I really think I'm feel like yellow shorts would make it pop.
I think had it been yellow shorts, just like plain yellow shorts with the black stripes on it, it would have been super.
I think it look better.
And yellow socks or even green socks. But I personally would have preferred that the black shorts that they wear with that away kit, that's the shorts that they should have worn with this kit. I think that would have even looked nicer than the green as well. I think the black shorts with the yellow stripes would have looked nicer than the green as well.
And the green socks, yeah.
As I said, I don't think that's the socks that they'll be wearing. I don't think so. I think they're gonna be wearing yellow socks. I genuinely believe that they're gonna be wearing yellow socks.
I'm gonna look for the away kit real quick now.
Yeah.
Away kit, again, we spoke about these kits already, but obviously the official drop is done, and these pictures were taken in Jamaica, so look like at the last window the girls go on. Away kit again. I wanted a bit more, expected a bit more, but I'm not mad at it. Love the socks.
You think those are the socks that they're going to play in?
Probably not, bro. But I love the socks, bro.
I just don't think those are the socks that they're going to play in.
Why not?
The same thing with the home kit. While I just don't think those are the socks that we're going to play in.
Why not? Them socks are bad, brother.
Yeah,
Them socks are tough.
It would be nice, but I don't think. I think we might see black socks with probably a more organic Adidas design.
Yeah, maybe it's just straight black with just the 3 stripes around the top. Maybe.
Or not even so. Cause we said Arsenal have some nice socks with some designs, but I don't think it's going to be as fancy as those. But as I said, why not? Those socks look nice.
Them are bad, man. But they want Adidas to do a little bit more with the away jersey. I feel like them could have got stupid on the away jersey. Left them mark on it. Make it an iconic jersey, but not bad. Obviously.
I personally, a lot of people don't like it, but I personally embrace the reggae.
Yeah, but them even the reggae style could have been a bit more. Like them could have do a bit more with the whole reggae thing.
Bro, people are saying that, why they might take our national identity, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Jamaica has a religion that's indigenous to our nation. We are all Christian, so on and so forth, but
a Christian nation.
Culturally, we have an indigenous religion. Jamaica has its own religion that we invented, that we started from scratch. Bro, right now, we will be Rasta just for the sake of being Rasta because it's Jamaican.
Okay.
We have our own religion, and then we have our own form of music. That's also a part of the name of our team, the Reggae Boys. I have no issue with making a jersey a tribute to the reggae culture the reggae aspect of our culture. Our home kit is our gold that represents this, and we have the green that represents that, and we have the black that represents that. the away kit can pay homage to the reggae that is in the
Bro, it's
big.
literally, as I said, it's literally in our name. We are the reggae boys and the reggae girls.
Yeah.
You know, so if Adidas, remember, bro, they're in their meeting and whoever the designer is pitching it to them, they're saying, oh, these are the reggae boys and reggae girls, so we're going to use the away kit to bring out the name. Blah blah blah. Bob Marley, reggae. It's literally Jamaican. When you hear reggae, you think of Jamaica.
I
So
think
Rasta color is synonymous with reggae.
black is the ideal color, right? I do think black is the ideal color, but I would not be mad had it been a red kit. I swear to
Brother,
God.
but think them could have make it wickeder, like them could have got black, green, and gold wickeder than this. That's just what me I say. So I'm not mad at the whole reggae thing. I love it actually. I love it.
Had it been a red kit, I would have no issue with it. Had it been a red kit and then the design's been green and gold around it and black, I would have zero issues with it. No, I don't think they'd go that outrageous, but them could have played more on the reggae aspect of the kit. I wouldn't have any problem with it.
For sure. And these are the three. You know, me love that. Me love that what the pre-match kit. Stupid.
Training kit. Jeez Louise.
What, brother?
No.
And this is, remember the thing that they posted? Let me try find it. With the stripes, man.
Yeah. I think they were
This is
playing.
the training kit is what it is.
Yeah, bro. To be honest,
That could have been a jersey, bro.
the away kit can be the warm-up kit, bro. Make we play in that.
Literally.
Make we play in that. Make we
The
play in
blue
that.
warm-ups, though.
The blue kit there. Let's play in that. That should be our away kit, hands down. I don't care. I do not care. Let's play in that. That's
The blue
what
warm-ups, bad man. I love it.
we are playing. For example, let's say Jamaica qualifies for the World Cup. Although this is so far away, let's say that the girls now. We play our first game in the yellow. And we play our second game against we play our second game in the blue. You get me? And then we play our third game in the yellow again, and everybody nice, and everybody feel good.
Obviously, blue is
Let's just warm up in the black kids.
obviously blue now no relevance, you know. Blue now no relevance to Jamaica, nothing. I don't know where the blue for other than blue sky. But
I care zero.
yeah, the fans them would have probably have an uproar about that. But I just feel like the away could have do a bit more. I love the pre-match kit. Overall, them kit here, we're gonna do a grade, bro. I will give them on a scale of 0 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. The home kit, I give the home kit a 9.
The only reason why I'm giving the home kit a 9 is because of the shorts.
The shorts.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the shorts could have been yellow. And that would have probably, it would have hard to find a fault.
If the
But
shorts,
if me a find fault, we can't get
the
them.
shorts on the away kit were the shorts for the home kit for me, and the socks were like a nice yellow with green trim and so on and so forth, then it would be an absolute 10. The shirt itself, 10 out of 10 for me. My favorite shirt.
Sure, but overall kit, I agree. I give the overall home kit a 9. The away kit overall, I don't know how the socks will go. If I them socks, if I get a socks, then a different grade, you know. But the shirt and the shorts that I've seen, never grade that a 6, bro. Average.
Yeah, I tend to agree. You know, a 6, just a very average so Adidas generic kit. You know,
Yeah.
I like the color scheme, but that's just about.
Yeah, but not much to it.
That's all I like. Just the incorporation of the red into the color scheme. I believe that it really emphasizes the reggae aspect of the team name. You know, I think it definitely shows off our culture, shows off our island, pays homage to our African roots. It does so much with just that one little tat of red on it. I just thought the reggae colors could have been better incorporated. An okay shirt at best. I grade it a 6 as well.
Yeah. Pre-match kit, obviously, I love it. Pre-match kit, the shirt alone, a bad 9, that brother. Isn't it? That blue shirt, the top, need that. But a good start from Adidas, man. Really good start.
Most likely, the only thing is, you know, bro, although imagine warming up at the National Stadium in that pre-match kit with that blue shirt with the green on it, with the green shorts. Because them are going to the match shorts where them playing now.
That top.
Bro.
You know, what's the girls warm up in a blue already? Blue top.
Yeah, like I've seen them warm up in so many different colors. You get me? I said normally we see the boys just warm up in the green looking short sleeve situation, sleeveless bib looking type situation. But the girls obviously warm up in a shirt with sleeve, etc. As I said,
Good start.
that blue kit for me is a 10. How much I give? 9?
I give it 9.
Why? What fault have it?
It's just hard to make it 10. But we not no fault with it, bro. It's hard to make it something at 10. But the shirt, you guys say flawless right now?
Absolutely flawless.
Damn.
Out of the three shirt, them are the best shirt. Out of the three of them, are the best looking shirt. Out of the three of them.
You're right still, you're right. And I feel like Adidas start on the right foot, man. Especially the home kit, the pre-match kit. Away kit could I do a bit better overall. I give the kids a 8.5 overall. Because obviously 6 and then 8 and then 6 and then 9 and then 9. Yeah, so I give it a 8.5. Good kits overall.
Yeah, love what them do. And I'm going to get all three. So ladies, if you're watching this right now and you want to send Jomar a gift, you can just go on the Adidas website.
Who you want to do that? Who?
The ladies who are watching us right now.
Oh.
What
Continue, brother. I'm just never hear.
What's the issue?
I never hear what you say.
What is it? No, tell me what is the issue. What is your gripe?
Never hear what you say who you are.
What is your problem with me right now?
You hear I make a proposal, I never hear. I don't even know what you say. When I hear like you address somebody, I'm never sure what you say. So you say ladies, we think of somebody you did address. But you say ladies, bro, we can't fight it if you say ladies. You get me? I say, make your pitch, bro. Do what you do.
What kind of eruption you try to start up at the end of the studio talk right now? We've been having such a good show, and you always try go down some road.
You hear me? I say, people, more people, ladies. Jomar wants all 3 kits. They're around $70 a pop.
$90. $90.
$90?
Yeah.
Oh, a pound me I talk about.
Oh, yeah, so $90 for the 2 match kits and $60 for the warm-up shirt.
So people, hit the super chat thing, no man. Make your man feel good in himself, no man.
Yeah.
You know what I say? Hit the super chat, man. Load up your super chat, them man. As Ryan said, put something on the board, Bridget. Shout out to Ryan.
So we can buy it.
Yeah, man. The guys want the jersey. You see, I don't get my jersey. I need the pre-match kit. I know them they are gonna sell. But I need that. You see me? Adidas, big shout out. Reggae boys, reggae girls excited for the year, man. Can't wait for next month. We'll play Mexico. Bro, can we go Mexico now?
Talk to the agent and see what I say. Mexico City.
Yeah, we need for there Mexico right now. We all want to go down under this month. Yo, I'm not think people. This is a sports year. We're all over this year. We are speaking, bro. We are manifest. You know, we need for there the tournaments.
Rush, I've been seeing some things recently in my life when we see people just set things. We just need this. And it happened. Bro, based on some things I was seeing, if them kind of things that reach we they're in Mexico still, no?
Yeah, Mexico. We don't talk.
Based on some things that we've been see, bro.
People, we are manifest. Mexico this year, then we're Gold Cup keep. America, though.
Yeah.
So we're there America for Gold Cup. And we go all
East Coast.
Yeah, we are all like, say under 17 championship a little bit too soon still. We have some plans and some commitments, so we can't afford it. So we never can go there. Isn't it? But everything after that, a mad thing.
Because Guatemala fair go.
Guatemala fair go, but remember now we have commitments, bro. And I say the money, You get me, I say. But we have commitments. You see, and then, what else we have? We probably have Nations League finals.
That end of June.
You see me? So, that's one more thing to go.
In America.
One more thing that we go.
Semi-final.
People, anyone just make a World Cup, under 17 World Cup.
End of the year.
End of the year in Peru. You see me? One little trip. What else we have to go? The girl them World Cup. People are mad thing. We just a manifest. We'll be there. This is our sports TV, big year 2023. And we that is it. Good show. We chat out 1 hour, brother. We can chat. But yeah, people,
I don't really talk that much. I'm mostly rushed. I don't really talk that much. People as I can say, but they hear me silent for like I'd say probably 2/3 of the show, 3/4 of the show. I'm not really there say nothing like that. You get me? I say, I'm just there, I'm kind of silent, just in my zone. Just I listen to Rush, because Rush go on, people. And I'm just here, just like thinking, just I listen, and I wonder if he give me a chance to talk more, and he won't even give me a chance to talk. I I do most of the chatting. You get me? I say, me just there still. But not really say that much. But just allow Rush to talk. But as I say, I don't get much of a chance to talk. Like, so sometimes I just say, go. Maybe
People watch the show know what I go on. And guess what I
people-
go on? See him still at talk, watch him. I can't even come in. I can't even chip in. Watching the people while I go, him talk for 1 minute. But here I go now, we that bro. Studio Talk. Stay tuned for an update on Whisper. So Kyle Butler interview coming soon. Hopefully we can chat to Whisper real quick. Another Studio Talk for the week, another one on the weekend. Yeah, look out for Raymond Watson. Supposed to be talking with him soon. We want to get into track and field very soon, people. So stay tuned for some of that. But yeah, another Studio Talk in the books. It was a good one. People, like the video. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Talk to us in the live chat. And one more thing.
share the video to at least 10 people, then sure to get us 6 subscribers. Because if each and every one of you guys can manage to do that, people, do you know how many subscribers I'll get us by the end of the day?
A whole heap. For now. So this is That Sports TV. Another episode of Studio Talk.
So now isn't that what I'm supposed to say?
Tell them, so, oh, no, like you can't just work with me.
Isn't that no way? Aren't I the one who's supposed to say another episode of Studio
What
Talk?
can I be for you? What can I, what about? You have something you want to tell me? You have a bad dream? Like, me do something in your dream?
When I see the man there, I try
Well,
to
me do something in your dream last night, bro? What am I doing in your dream? Like, me do something?
when I dream about man.
You're not for dream, boy. You see me, I talk, boy, I need to evaluate my life, you know? And see the challenges that I make and the friends that I decide to call them friends, you know? But yeah, bro, we have beef. Like, the man just want war. Like, you know, so like we're gonna take this and get it that dog and just make 2 channel and call it a day.
Bro, I don't know. Cause for sure, yeah, cut me off and you take my lines, them and you chat.
Which one was your line? Because remember, say our line, we're not really planning it, bro. We just like off the cuff. So which one was your line?
This was another episode of Studio Talks.
All right, boss. My apologies. Next show. My apologies. People, we out.